All right, guys, The Perfect Date. It's just the perfect little movie, isn't it? It was so much fun to watch.
Yes.
I want to know what you guys think makes it the perfect kind of rom-com in this rom-com revival we're in. To me, it was Little Bit to All the Boys I Loved Before.
Sorry, what movie?
I gotta say. Have you heard of it? Did you guys, check that out?
No. What are you talking about?
When we were filming this, it hadn't come out yet.
Yeah, actually, we watched it.
And after, I was like, no, it's so good!
Yo.
Had you talked to them at all about making that movie when you guys were filming this one?
He mentioned it to me so quick and nonchalantly.
Yeah,
And
I mean, if we had like talked about what we'd done.
He wasn't red blushing or anything.
But you probably didn't know how big it was going to be.
No, I mean, it was March, so I
It was
just filmed it
totally-
like 5 months earlier, 4 months earlier, yeah.
And by the way, okay, so I legitimately knew nothing. When you had first mentioned it, I never told you this, and you weren't actually talking about it like this at all. I'm not sure why I thought this. I thought it was like a thriller. I have no idea why. I thought when you guys were talking about it, like it was like a really
She
like
kills all
I'm not sure what I
Like,
thought. So then when I like saw the, I'm like, oh, this is so different.
You know what?
than-
An
than
idea
I
for the
remember.
sequel, if you want to pitch it.
Totally, just
Yes.
changes genres. It was so good though. So I was really excited because obviously the producers of The Perfect Date, it was called The Stand-In, but The Perfect Date, you know, Ditch All the Boys, Noah.
production company.
Yes, and
That was
so
fun.
I will say, after I saw To All the Boys, I was a little worried that The Perfect Date was a little similar because I hadn't seen it yet. And then after I saw it, I was like, oh no, it's like
so
Yeah,
different.
so
it's
different.
it's
So
different and like
It's like, there's some pretty women in this. I mean, you're a male date, the perfect male
Totally,
date. Like,
totally.
I don't know, do you see it?
not a gigolo, but like,
Not
you want to specify.
Not on that level. Have you and Lana talked at all about having this experience where you're both in a fake relationship with the Noah Centineo character?
So I haven't met Lana, and I'm like dying to meet her. So not only we can bond over that, but I'm also like semi kind of obsessed with her. I think she's like super,
I love her.
super cool.
She's
Yes.
so cool.
Yes,
So cool.
but I think it is hilarious that Noah's in 2 different movies, that he's in a fake relationship with them. And not only that, but I also felt like Sierra Burgess, it was kind of a similar thing where like you're applying to college.
Young Rock.
Like-
I just have commitment issues as an actor.
Totally.
So I can never
You just look
really
for roles.
actually be in a relationship. To answer your question, man, The Perfect Date, I feel like this movie like just encompasses like a lot of different qualities outside of just the romantic side of a rom-com. I mean, this is witty, you know, you see a friendship being challenged, you see, you know, a young woman discovering herself and accepting herself, and you see a young man going through the same thing. And it begins with the question, who am I? You know, and I think that's a question that so many kids our age and every age and adults
yes,
and you know,
Totally.
just try to
Definitely.
figure out. So there's a lot to this film outside of just the rom-com aspect. I mean, hello. Hello.
I mean, come on.
I mean, do you feel a little bit responsible, maybe a little pressure for the revival of the rom-com? You've been quite a part of all of it, Noah.
Do you feel the pressure, Noah?
It's on you.
Oh no. Not really, man. I mean, I feel like I just got extraordinarily lucky, and I just want to keep working. Hopefully, I don't stop working anytime soon. So.
Well, you guys, I mean, I could tell before we started here, you guys all seem super close with each other. How much fun did you have making this movie, and what'd you kind of do when you got a chance to
Oh,
A bunch of
man.
fun. A bunch of
Man.
fun, man. We shot in New Orleans, and you know that place is famously haunted. So we were even, you know, we were checking out some haunted houses, you know, moving around town. It was fun.
Are you guys believers in the ghosts and the spirit
Well,
world?
it was more like it's complicated. We really wanted to prank the production office.
Yeah.
By the way, terrible
it's
prankers.
deeper than what I made it
but
seem.
nobody,
No
like,
one cared.
Yeah, no.
We like put a ladder on a table and like no one ever
No one
talked
cared,
about
yeah.
it.
Like
Like
We're
an
like,
8-step ladder
Okay.
on top
We
of a
thought it was
folding
pretty
table
cool.
in the kitchen.
They didn't
and
notice,
No one
so-
said anything.
Yeah.
we thought it was pretty cool, but whatever. I think we all very instantly kind of connected, which was awesome. Like right away, we would, I don't know why, but Noah's room just became the room to hang.
Yeah.
Like poor Noah probably just wanted to kick us out all the time. And we were
Oh
just
my
like,
gosh,
yo, what's
yeah.
up? We would just talk for hours and hours, and it was a really great way of like connecting off screen that helped us on screen when we had to shoot the scenes. And we were rehearsed and
Yes.
And
the
it was
movie
great.
is called The Perfect Date, and in it your character will wear a costume, will do whatever to create the perfect date for someone. What is maybe the wildest thing you guys have done to create the perfect date, or maybe that someone else has done for you?
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
I have a really, really cute one. Basically,
I love Laura's stories.
Oh, wait. I feel like I'm actually the worst storyteller. I knew that we weren't going to be going. He wanted to surprise me, and I knew that we weren't going to be going to the place that he knew. Because I love ruining surprises. It's one of my favorite things in the world. And that makes me sound terrible, but I'm just like, you thought you got me, but you didn't. But he totally got me. So I knew we weren't going to this restaurant. But we just went to this park that was like a really kind of special place for us, and he had lit up the entire park with trees. It was pretty, and he was playing Joni Mitchell, and we had sugarfish to go.
Were you being proposed to?
No, it was
Real.
super, there was no anniversary, there was no anything.
park?
Hold on, knowing this now, have you done anything on this level, either of you, for a date?
Hell no.
No, no,
No.
no.
Okay.
I mean,
You
parks
set
are
bar
pretty
for
big.
them.
I mean,
Okay.
No, that's so
What
cool.
has
Yeah,
been
what's
like,
the craziest
yeah.
thing you did for somebody for a date?
I don't remember.
Took him to the
Like,
movies.
I don't remember any of
No,
that.
maybe you gotta try harder, man.
I mean, I guess, you know? I feel like, I mean, outside of taking vacations with the person, I don't know,
Oh,
being like, hey, yo, like, I'll take you back to your hometown. And, like,
Okay, so
you
you're
give
planning
me-
a vacay.
Oh, hell yeah, I've done that. I like
feel
that. I
that.
like planning, like a week getaway or something.
That's
Oh,
nice.
nice.
That's really
That's big.
That's
That's pretty
nice.
big.
But
Come
like
on,
that's
man.
kind of like this whole thing. Like, you're
Yeah,
supposed to,
yeah.
hey man, like let me do something real special. Yeah, no, I don't. I've never done that. Lighting up.
Yeah, that's
trees,
a lot. That's a lot. That's
Well,
a
you
lot.
planned
That's
a
lot.
week.
That's a lot.
Also, in the
Still
in the
not.
movie, you guys, your characters come up with this app, and it's just such an interesting, way to meet somebody. Is anybody dating on the apps? Are you guys into the app?
No.
Ooh.
No.
No. No, I've never. Okay, I'm lying. I'm physically lying. I tried when I was younger. My friend was like, "Oh, Tinder,
Really?
all
Yeah.
these things." So try it out. And I was like, "No." I stopped very quickly after. I don't know if you guys ever got deep into the
Never
the
for
dating
me.
app.
Noah?
I used to
World.
be into it for sure. Like I used to like be on. I never really
Really?
Tinder or Bumble. I was on this app called Raya
Yes.
when I was younger,
Raya.
for sure.
What was that? Never
It's
heard of
like
that.
it's like
What's a
Tinder or
Raya?
Bumble, but it's for people that share certain networks and peripheral networks.
Okay.
in an
That is
industry.
the most perfect way to describe it without being a
Yeah.
It is
The most Hollywood of the
There's
dating.
other ways to
the
say
dating
it for
scene.
sure.
Yeah.
So that's a no for you anymore.
No, I
Fair.
stopped that a while
Fair.
ago.
I gotta ask you guys though, like, look, after To All the Boys I Love Before coming out, obviously things blew up for this guy. When people find out you're in a movie with him, or is anybody like, hey, can you introduce me to Centineo? Like, have you gotten that pressure?
Not
Not
yet.
Okay.
Not yet. I wouldn't be surprised, man. I wouldn't be surprised.
I've known Noah for a really long time,
Yeah,
and
for
so I know a few people. Like my family love him, and they've loved him before. Like obviously, To All the Boys came out. So I remember when it came out, we were all just like, "He's so good!" and like it was like we were so excited. In New Orleans, we were all hang out with his mom.
Yeah.
And my favorite part is that like he's just completely the same guy.
Yes,
like
exactly.
he just even when he was 15,
Did you ever see yourself?
giving me a Macy's necklace that he doesn't remember about this guy.
I mean,
I don't remember it.
you just had the Calvin Klein ads come out.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Yo.
Your reactions?
What?
I mean,
They're great, but let me ask you, doing movies like To All the Boys and The Perfect Date now with these great people, like, were you ever seeing yourself in this like rom-com heartthrob role? Did you ever think, oh, one day I'm gonna like kill it in all these rom-coms?
I never really like put any sort of indicator of like what genre I wanted to go
Yeah.
into, but like honestly, if like my career thus far has like been an indicator of where I was going, yeah, 100%. Like I was your love interest on Austin and Ally, and
So
any
crazy,
other
yeah.
Disney or Nickelodeon show or any like thing I booked outside of this one pilot was always love interest, boy next door, romantic interest, whatever. It's not completely like far-fetched that it would happen, but I was never like, I want to be the next romantic
well,
comedy.
I feel like we were all convinced you're Mark Ruffalo.
I'll take that.
You like
Have you and
think
Mark
that-
talked about this? I mean, you're like, you could
No.
play his son, no problem.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
love to.
literally.
Yeah,
I would love to.
please.
Mark is like a huge inspiration. He's
Oh,
so
he's
talented.
awesome.
His
All right.
versatility is wild.
Last question for you. I just gotta ask, any sequel tease news you can give to us? Have you been
I
involved
wanna
in
know
it?
too.
They
Ooh,
shelved
yeah.
the entire franchise.
Noah, are you here to break my heart?
Yeah, we want to find
Please.
out.
I know.
What you got for us?
I'm not sure how much I can say. I mean,
Noah is just like was not expecting this line of questioning.
I'm going to Vancouver very soon.
Yeah. Are you excited about the way it's shaping up and looking?
Yeah. We
Yes.
met with the director and producers, and Lana and I speak pretty much not all the time, but we've been speaking a lot more lately as we're getting closer, and we're all very excited. She's chemistry reading new actors for the character.
Some
and
competition. Okay.
Some good competition. That's right.
Will we cry in the sequel?
Probably.
All right.
I hope so. If you didn't, like.
I mean, yeah, totally.
But check out The Perfect Day.
Perfect Date
You know what
on
I'm
Netflix.
saying?
Guys, honestly, it is so much fun. It's like we were
Thank
just
you.
saying out there, it's like and I just want to like grab my girlfriends and wine and watch it. It's such a fun movie.
Aw,
so thank
Thank
you
you.
so
Thank
much.
you.
So much.